Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Welcome one and all, to the 97th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast, the only podcast that you're listening to at this very moment. We're so glad. I mean, could they listen to it one time? I don't fucking know. Maybe. I hope so.
Maybe.
We're so glad you joined us. We do appreciate your support so much as we push to episode number 100. You can keep up with us at what now?
Our support.
Yes, our support.
Our support.
Ass support.
Ass support.
That's what we need. We need. This show needs more ass support.
Yeah, ass support.
just like my jeans, they need more ass support. Anyway, you can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com. Please like us. Please drop us a like on and a follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok, which is updated once every fortnight. We also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/BLC World, and we are, of course, brought to you on the Pop Culture Pros Network. Alan fixed it. Sort of.
Pop Culture Pros.
Check them out. You don't have to put the HTTPS. People know that, Alan. That's check them out at popculturepros.com and https://www.popculturepros.com.
Well, the S is for it's secure.
It's secure.
It's secure.
If you were on the fence about visiting, know that it is secure.
It's not gonna steal your information.
Maybe. Well, I don't know.
Unless you give it to them.
Stole ours. They stole our podcast like that. Mike and Jeff and Steve or whatever their fucking names were. I do listen to that. So if you're listening to this, great job, guys. Please let me introduce the only man who has won back-to-back state long junk meets. It's Fred.
long
junk instead of long jump. So it's like your wiener.
My meat is
Wiener
long
joke,
jump. That's a wiener joke. Speaking of wieners, let's welcome Allan. Yeah.
Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Got to start off the show tonight because it is a national holiday, federal holiday.
No,
even though Allan complained that he and I'm probably not a lot of people, get the day off, and that's a bummer.
Y'all
But
do?
it's Juneteenth.
No.
Oh, hell no. I didn't think so either.
Hey, you didn't get the day off, did you?
I know I ain't getting the day off. No.
Do you feel okay, Fred? And I'll just
I'm
be honest.
slighted. I feel
Let me just
slighted.
no. Do you feel okay? Do you feel like for Juneteenth? Okay, and I'm not making fun of this. I'm just asking a question. All right, hopefully in a funny manner.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a day that like only people of color should get off, and like white people should have to work that day?
No, that's
out.
That's America's true Independence Day.
I know. I agree with that. I
think everybody should get the day off. I don't think
July
nobody
4th
should work.
It's America's true Independence Day?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was the first day the whole place was free.
Yeah, like everybody in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like the Union Army rode into town like 5 months after Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, and let the black people know in that town that their slavery was abolished.
That my people.
So they were like the last ones to know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So was Abraham Lincoln alive when that happened, or he already had been shot?
I don't know.
Good question.
I mean, he's dead now. That's all that matters.
Our resident Lincoln historian, Black Lincoln collective historian.
Hold on, and we'll ask. Was it Gorthar or something like that? Was his name?
Borak or
I don't remember anymore. I feel bad. He's probably gonna be pretty pissed at us.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the basement all the time, and you guys don't remember. That's a good Gorlax. Yeah, Gorlax.
So United States President Abraham Lincoln, because Allan likes to put in extra shit, announced the Emancipation Proclamation on September 22nd, 1862.
1862. Yeah.
He died.
That's when he died. He
died on April 15th,
April
1865.
1865. Yeah.
And the first Juneteenth was June 19th.
June 19th. Yeah.
1865.
18.
So it didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
No. So he didn't get
2 months, 4 days.
That sucks, man. He didn't get to.
He didn't even get. Do you feel like he'd have wilded out on? Then be like, Lincoln's just stepping to it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
The hole in his stovetop hat.
Pull out a rabbit.
That shit would have been a holiday for sure then.
Yeah.
But Fred, so in order, and again, this is just for informational purposes. In order to kind of shed some light on, how slavery has affected our lives to this very day.
Right.
I found a list of, and we're not going to read all 30 of these, but 30 phrases, and maybe we will be the whole fucking show. We don't have to do anything else.
Time, right?
just race this fucking show.
Got a lot of time to kill, baby.
Race this thing till the end.
8 minutes in.
The most racist show ever. That's how we get canceled. They'd be like, the Juneteenth show of the Black Lincoln Collective was the most racist show in the history of podcasts.
You're just talking about racism.
Yeah, people love it.
Well, I can dig it. They must love it because that shit won't fucking die.
It won't die. No, it's true.
Right.
Because people hold on, man. Well, it's crazy because, hey, we're talking 1865. So we're not even talking like 200 years ago. So you're theoretically, if you're, let's say you were like 90 or whatever.
Right.
Or somewhere.
You had a great grandparent.
You could have known, your mom could have been born around that time.
Right. You knew
what I'm saying? That's crazy.
We had a slave in my family. That'd be crazy. Right.
I remember old Quincy the slave, damn. And your grandma's like, he was a good.
A couple of them get together and be like, remember when we were slaves, man? That shit was terrible.
Yeah. That shit was fucked up.
That was terrible. That shit.
finally did something right. The government finally hooked us up.
I've been telling them for years to get rid of this slavery shit.
Just like that guy last week with the fucking the pastor that was selling weed. Where he's like, our souls didn't intermingle or whatever. That shit was fucked up. I told him not to trust those motherfuckers. I told the first guy to jump on the boat not to trust these motherfuckers. Our slaves, our fucking souls didn't intermingle.
Yeah. Intermingling souls.
Or whatever he said. Something like that. I don't know. Fucking Jesus term. Anyway, so we're going to go through 30 popular phrases. Or not 30. We're going to go through 7 to 8 popular phrases. Maybe up to 30. I don't know. See how it goes. With shockingly racist meanings, Fred.
Right.
So I'm not. Yeah, that's right.
Things you didn't know were racist.
That's right, Allan. Things you didn't know were racist. And these are crazy, man. Like... Yeah. So I'll read them, and then if you guys want me to explain why, I can do that. Okay, so the first one is the peanut gallery. You've all heard that term. We don't need any input from the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
That is racist and classist, Allan, which I don't know if you knew what that means. Because it refers to the cheapest, worst seats in the theater. But it's racist because back in the day, only African-American people were allowed to purchase those in the early to mid 1900s.
Yeah, okay.
So they were reserved for or largely made up of African American patrons. So it kind of gives the thought of like, hey, those are lesser people or whatever.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Allan?
Man came in there and was like,
no, I did not know that.
Now you do.
For the peanut gallery
and all that.
So what you should say instead, because I'm going to give you better options because that's what we're about education, guys.
That's right.
You should say audience or heckler.
I don't need any shit from the hecklers.
I'll just say, shut the fuck up, Dave.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Dane Cook.
All of you. Yeah. Oh, Dane Cook, please do. That shit's racist. Just being Dane Cook is racist enough for me. All right, how about grandfathered in?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know. Now this seriously, I did not know. I'm doing ones I didn't. I
Grandfather
truly did
clause.
not know.
Yeah.
Okay, the original grandfather clause was used in the American South to deny black people the right to vote, stating that only people who could vote, stating that only people who could vote before 1866 and their descendants were exempt from educational, property, or tax requirements for voting. That's crazy. I've heard that a million times.
Yeah, but the definition for it now is different.
Not really.
No.
I mean, it's
it
like
evolved. Because now, like for example, you're grandfathered into a plan, like a.
It means
phone plan.
an old law continues to apply in certain situations instead of the new law.
It means like, you know, let's say your mama had this plan, then, you know, or she worked at a job and had insurance or something. Your grandfather into that insurance because of your mom or whatever. You know, but yeah, it's the same way. It was like if you're
racist,
you couldn't vote unless your grandfather could vote. You know what I'm saying? It was something like that.
Yeah, it said stating that the only people could vote before 1866, right? That only people who could vote before 1866 and their descendants were exempt from educational, property, or tax requirements for voting. So if you were born before 1866,
it's a lot of words.
I don't fucking know, but it's not good. Yeah. That's what we did. That's the main thing that we're trying to get.
Racist. You racist grandfather.
Where's our racist drop? Do we have one that's like racist? Racist. We'll work on it.
We don't have that.
Let's work on that because we use it. Probably use that word a lot.
Let me see what I can do. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. We're not going to stop the show for this. We're going to keep going while Allan tries to do his job.
I'll try to.
I was like, hold on, just stop the whole goddamn show for 10 minutes.
Let me look for.
Let me come up with this thing that's just
racist.
There you go.
Nah, that sounds.
Okay. Anyway, this is not the show, people. So how about this one, Fred? And you did immediately mention this, which again I had literally no idea. Picnic is a racist term. Did you know that, Allan?
No. Picnics are awesome, man. You get to hang out outside and eat some sandwiches.
Let me tell you why the phrase picnic is racist. Okay?
It's shortened.
Yeah, although not taught in American learning institutions or literature, it is noted that most Black history professional circles and literature that the origin of the term picnic derives from the acts of lynching African Americans. The word picnic is rooted in, it's a short version of the word pick a, I'll let you figure out what starts with an N.
Yeah. Pick an N word.
Thank you, Fred.
And we're going to lynch them.
Which is where individuals would pick a black person to lynch and they made it into a family gathering.
Yeah.
There would also be
it was like
that's not
pictures. There's pictures of like beaten and burned black people like hanging from trees and like little kids standing like next to it and shit. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Like
man, your guys' ancestors were fucked up.
Dude, I feel terrible about this shit. Like
fucked up, man.
Oh my God.
That's right, man.
It's not good. I mean, it's not a good light on me and my peoples. And that is totally fair.
I told you they fucked y'all, man.
They did, man.
I said like
damn.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't even know. Like I said, it's crazy. It's more crazy to me that I'm a 40 some odd year old man, 43 years old. And I sincerely didn't know. It's not like I'm like, oh, I didn't know anything about it. Yeah. I really did not know this until today.
You didn't know.
Thank God for this show. Yeah. Seriously, because I would not have known that.
So, So you go take your wife on a picnic?
No, I'm not.
Honey, would you like to grab
the alternatives for that are
go into the yard
or a barbecue?
Eat some food?
Yeah. I'm like, would you like to go and eat out of doors, please?
So wait a second. So they did. They actually would hang somebody.
Yeah, dude, it was a lynching.
And they would
phrase for lynching
and celebrate like you do in a picnic.
A party, man.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
So do you still like the word picnic, Allan? No, you don't.
Smoke a whole hog. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Racist.
Fuck crazy shit, man.
Where's our drop?
Fucking crazy.
I thought you said it sucked.
Well, you said you were going to figure out another one. That's your job.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll figure out another one. Let me drink my beer.
Yeah, drink the beer. Please, God, drink the beer.
Thirsty.
Yeah. Thirsty, racist. Thirsty and racist. So there were a lot of people that way in Myrtle Beach this week. Just for the record. So blacklist, we know that is language that symbolizes white as pure and good, black is dirty and bad. Shouldn't say that. Say instead boycott. Okay. Uppity. Better. Why don't you say that's racist?
That's racist.
There you go. So uppity, which, as you know, Allan, means self-important or arrogant. During segregation, racist Southerners used uppity to describe black people who did not know their place. Socioeconomically speaking, originally the term started within the black community, but racist people adopted it pretty quickly. Because if there's
They was like, I like that.
if there's two things that white people do, Fred, it's enslave people and then steal their fucking language.
And steal their culture.
Like steal all the cool words that they like.
Yeah.
So let me just tell you that. So don't use that.
So uppity started off with the black people, and then the white people took
And the
over.
white people co-opted it.
Yeah.
They enslaved it into their language, if you will.
Okay. I mean, I've never used that word anyway.
No.
I mean, that's not.
And I think Fred has said the next word literally on this show, and not. Yeah, and well, again, but you don't know. We probably said picnic at some point on the show too, Fred.
No,
I mean, come on. You don't think so? All right,
because we don't
listen,
go out.
If you listen to our show, never heard us say picnic, you call me.
Yeah. We're going to
Tweet the show at plcworld.com/racist.
Okay, I thought you were going to say / picnic.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that anymore. It's an outdoor eating event.
Yeah, there you go.
Acceptable.
With two people.
So, how about this? After you finish eeting outdoors, you can have more than two people at that event. Ooh, I almost caught myself on that one. I did. It's a new N word.
That's a crowded outdoor event.
Hey, look at that. So the itis. Drowsiness, the drowsiness after eating a big meal, well, let me tell you, Fred, the itis originates from the term N-worditis, which is used to describe the lethargic, sleepy feeling an individual gets after eating a large meal.
Wait a second. Where are you getting this information from?
I'm getting this from RWJ Barnabas Health.
I mean, a lot of this stuff here, I don't know, man.
Dude, all of these make perfect sense.
No, they don't.
All of these, let me just
Itis. The next thing
the itis. I've heard the itis.
Yeah, I've heard the itis too. Like even Boondocks made an itis.
But that's the thing, Allan, is they've taken away the obvious racist part of it, the N-word part of it.
Yeah, they just keep the
and just made it the itis, so you wouldn't know.
Just made it the itis.
I mean, I didn't do that.
I like itis. Let's keep itis.
Okay, Fred said it's okay to say it, so
Let's keep the itis.
there we go.
That's another word I don't say, so I don't know.
Exactly, but you don't. But so
You
you
ain't
say
never eat a big Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah.
You be like, oh boy, I got the itis.
No, I usually go, dude, I'm tired as full as fuck, man. I'm going to sleep.
so.
That's the way I would say it.
Next time you have it, you say you got the itis.
So it helped to reinforce the stereotype that black people were lazy, which is how is that a stereotype? Like you literally put them to work
Yeah.
day in and day out, and you calling them lazy?
Sons of bitches
Anyway.
can't work 16 hours, 7 days a week,
Right.
man.
Well, that's
damn
what
it.
they do now with the Mexicans. Oh, they're lazy.
Yeah,
But they're the only ones
that's
digging
the way
ditches
to
and
do it.
stuff.
I'm not ever calling a Mexican person lazy. Mexican people outwork the shit out of me.
Yes,
Some
they
boys
will.
be out there in the sun with hoodies
So
on. I be,
instead of dude,
damn.
and like at night and during the day, all the time, both times, at night and during the day, the two times that there are, Fred. So, alternatively, instead of saying the itis, you can say you went into a food coma, which seems like maybe racist towards people in comas, but whatever. That'll be, I don't know when
That just
coma
sounds
teeth is,
bland.
but we'll worry about that later.
That food coma ain't got no seasoning on it.
How about this one? Fred? If you think that one didn't have any seasoning, get ready for some fucking white bread version of it. Postprandial sleepiness.
What?
Postprandial sleepiness. I guess that
Okay,
means
so that's what the article says to call it now?
that's an alternative. You can call it
No,
a
they
food
can go
coma.
fuck themselves because that's too many
Yeah,
words for
that's
me,
too
man.
many.
Or you
I
can
can't
call-
go remember
Why doesn't you just say you're tired? Is that racist
Postprandial
now?
sleepiness.
radio sleepiness.
Yeah,
I'm
you do that.
tired.
So
Well, Well, I went to Dr. Jones Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right. Dr. Phil's Thanksgiving.
Dr. Jones, I've got post-perennial sleepiness.
I see you are suffering from post-perennial sleepiness.
Yeah.
Did you eat 4 pieces of turkey?
Zantic.
There you go. My wife commented on that, by the way, like that episode where we talked about that shit. She was like, "Yeah, I know that song. It's a drive me insane." I was like, "That's so weird." So anyway, inner city, which obviously we know that there are connotations. It may not be specifically a racist term, Allan,
Right?
but there are connotations of that being a lesser area. I'm not going to read it because we know what that means.
Right.
Okay, cakewalk. Now, I did not know this either.
Huh?
Cakewalk was
easy.
a dancing competition among African Americans in which a cake was awarded as a prize. So, rooted in enslavement in the pre-war South, some black slaves were forced to spend Sundays dressing up and dancing in a way of ridiculing enslavers and white upper classes. They competed for a cake, hence the name. It was regarded as a fun and leisurely weekend activity, but it became associated later with easy tasks.
Yeah.
So they were forced to spend Sundays dressing up and dancing in a way, I guess, of ridiculing enslavers in the white upper class. So making fun of they'd be like, "Oh, those guys are, they really got my number, Jones.
I'm dancing at the fancy show."
Yeah, Mr. Jones, I see they really got our number, Johnson. Look at those moves. They look just like us. They dance just like me.
Honestly, what they're doing is, hey, let's take these words away from white people.
I'm fine with that.
Cakewalk. Come on. No, I don't.
You're gonna start saying it? Okay, great.
I don't believe. I mean, I never actually. I do. No, I don't say that.
You don't.
Word.
How else would you say that?
Right. I say, that's easy.
Yeah.
So what's the word that they tell us to say now?
They said you can say, "This is easy," or "I have gotten this."
I have gotten this.
It says I got this, but I feel like
I got this is from the inner city.
How about crack the whip?
It
is, right? I got this.
It was a cakewalk.
This show is anything but a cakewalk. So crack the whip, obviously, related stuff. So you can say on that one, you can say, "Let's get to work."
Or I'm gonna Indiana Jones you.
Okay, so this is a different one. Now I'm gonna let this one, Fred. I'm gonna get your opinion on this one, okay? Because I really don't. This one is racist towards white people, and because of that, I really don't feel. I feel like it's okay to keep using it. So, cracker or redneck?
I was just about to say, is it cracker?
There's the only one. So it says this insult was first noted in the mid 18th century, making it older than the United States itself.
I've heard
it was.
I've heard.
I say redneck all the time.
Yeah.
It was used to refer to poor white people, particularly those inhabiting the frontier regions of Maryland, Virginia, and Georgia. Mm-hmm. It emphasized that a person is poor and uneducated and comes from the backwoods with little awareness of and interaction with the modern world, while white trash and the modern term trailer trash emphasizes the person's supposed moral failings without regard to the setting of their upbringing. Alternative phrase, would you like to guess it, Fred? For cracker or redneck?
White man.
White person. You're so right.
White
what else can you say?
Yeah.
Okay, how about...
Excuse me, white man. You stepped on my Jordans.
How dare you?
It's like, you stupid white man.
No, it got that. It got cracker from
the slave cracker, the
whip cracker. Yeah, right. Whip cracker. And then redneck was like, that was another one about rednecks, like being from like the Virginia coal mines, because they wore a red bandana. You know what I'm saying, around their neck.
Okay. I thought redneck was racist because of the Indian.
I thought redneck was racist because people don't know how to the redneck.
I
was at the beach.
Are proud of being rednecks.
Well, see, so here's the thing. I was at the beach.
They were the red man.
Right, they were the red. They were the red all parts.
Okay.
We call them the red. I'm not going to say anything else. They're the red dicks. Why not? I don't even know if that works. Is that racist? I don't know. Maybe we'll beat that out. Who knows? So anyway,
I'll forget.
I won't. I know, dude. So last week we were talking about like the fucking golf and all that shit, and then right in the beginning I was like, Alan, I literally said it on the podcast. Put the Masters music under this right now.
I can't put the Masters music on it.
Why?
Because it's copyrighted.
It's only copyrighted. What are they gonna do?
They can give us a strike.
How many strikes do you get?
3,
golf.
and then you're out. Then you can't.
Right. There's no strikes in golf.
There's no strikes in golf.
And then we're out. Then we're out. We can no longer.
Masters.
Our fucking computers won't work anymore because the Masters will have taken them over.
If I'm going to get a strike, I'm going to get a strike on something good, not something like.
Is the Masters racist?
They're gonna give us a bogey in our golf
anyway.
I know. No, I mean I know that the where it happens and that shit is racist. But is the term the Masters racist?
Oh no, it's the Masters.
It's just the golf Masters.
Yeah,
no, because they said that they don't call the master and slave on the computer because they said that was racist. So
I believe
A and B.
That makes perfect sense.
Change the logo.
So what about Jip? Like Jip. I've known that, but I didn't realize. I never thought about it.
I have
like the GIF.
No, like Jip, like this dude.
I got
me.
I got
right.
Oh, okay.
That is short for gypsy. So
might be one gypsies.
No, there's racism.
Oh, there's racism.
Fred, we're racist against all the different colors of people.
I forgot there was racism toward other cultures.
Well, but didn't gypsies have the reputation of coming in and basically stealing your money and just going?
The Romani typically traveled a lot and made their money by selling goods. Business disputes naturally arose, and the masses started thinking of the Romani people as swindlers, hence the term gypsy. Now, I will say, my wife watched a show about gypsies a lot, and it was like My Big Gypsy Wedding or something like that. And they get married at like 13 and spend like $1 million on their dresses, and their dresses are humongous. It's weird. It was weird.
And they like marry a song named Gypsy Woman. No,
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves is what you're thinking about. Share.
Oh, okay.
They called us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. They shouted in the corners of the half-breed. A lot of songs about gypsies. Again, you can't write songs about gypsies nowadays for some reason. Maybe there are a lot of them that we don't know about.
I don't know.
So obviously, Fred, you wouldn't think that someone saying "go back to the plantation" would be racist.
What?
But guess what? It is, Fred.
It is racist.
Yeah, that's very racist.
Oh my god!
I did. Yeah. Apparently, an estate on which I know what a plantation is. Idiot computer. So it says it was not until the 1600s that the word was defined as estates where enslaved labored or bondage, where the enslaved labored in bondage and were forced to grow crops. Damn it. Using the word plantation, too much reading today in today's fucking show. Using the word plantation romanticizes the Old South, a slave economy. When white people hear the word plantation, they may think of the big white house. That is exactly what I think of because that is what it means.
No, do you remember that group, Lady Antebellum?
Yeah,
they had to change their name. They had to change their name.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
what is antebellum? That's like just some slavery shit.
That's
right?
slavery period. That's Civil War times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was a time.
Antebellum period.
It's a cool name, which sucks that it's been ruined because that sounds cool. What it is, but it sounds cool.
Well, if you didn't see plantation, I think Django.
So they changed it. What happened was they had to change it from Lady Antebellum to Lady A, but there was already an artist named Lady A, like established and everything. So they had to pay her.
Oh yeah, and she was a lady of color.
Yeah, she was. She was a black woman. Yeah, and
she hot?
Nah, she's an older lady.
Hey, whoa.
Back in the day.
Who are you to judge, Fred?
I'm not. He asked me a question.
She was a beautiful woman.
In my opinion. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he said she hot.
She had parts where they go. That's pretty good.
My definition of hot and beautiful are two different things.
My definition of hot is that you have legs and arms. In the right place, baby.
You gotta have fingers and toes. You just gotta have legs and arms.
I don't need those. Anyway, so Off the reservation, obviously, racist against Indian people.
Oh, I thought you were saying like we were going off the reservation.
No.
I was like, what?
Dude, you know, when we went to Grand Canyon, you know, we passed the reservation and that was sad.
Yeah.
It was.
There was one Indian guy standing there with one tear.
Yeah, I mean,
right as we passed by the sign, I was like,
it was sad because it's
then
like
Allan threw his
beautiful
drink at him.
land. I mean, it's beautiful land, and they were
it
all
is
like
beautiful.
stuck in trailers and it was sad.
Oh, so it was trailers like when they ain't had none of the original. Like they ain't.
No, there was nobody in the teepee, Fred. If that's
Bro,
what
I was just saying. That's what you think of when you think of reservations, just like plantation.
I don't think.
I think of
I don't
reservations.
think about that. Have you ever been? Of course,
I never know.
When I think of reservations, Fred, I think of the things my wife won't let me make to dinner, so we have to wait 45 minutes every time. That's what I think of, and that shit is racist. Anyway, so chop chop means hurry up, but it's a racist thing. Of course,
is that
Eskimo.
racist towards Asians?
Yeah, of course it's racist towards Asian. What do you think? Who else would it be racist towards?
Germans.
I mean, I'm asking. I didn't know.
The phrase, which comes from the Cantonese word "cap" or "make haste," is generally used condescendingly to someone the speaker considers to be below them in status, which only worsens the fact that it's making fun of the Pidgin English spoken by Chinese immigrants. Pidgin English is apparently like the Chinese,
English.
how Chinese people translate English into American.
Yeah.
So like there are other ones. Yeah, there's other phrases too. I didn't want to look into that. We'll wait for that later. So Eskimo, that's mean.
That's mean.
Wait, is that mean? Aren't they? I thought that's their race.
I thought that's what they was. They was Eskimo.
Well, I don't know. Let me look. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Eskimo.
Canadian Eskimo. You know,
Okay. I don't know. That might not be racist. Let's see. Okay, so it comes from the Danish word borrowed from Algonquin, Askimek, which literally translates to eaters of raw meat. Either way, when we refer to an entire group of people by their perceived behaviors, we trivialize their existence and culture. Damn it, this is getting too fruity for me.
They want to eat some raw meat.
I mean, they're fishing there.
Oh, here's the other one. Long time no see. And no can do.
That racist the blind people?
No, yes. Terrible, Fred. No, that is long time no see is derived from broken English, the Pidgin Chinese people who they say like, hey, so they would like take it. I don't fucking know. I give up. The first ones of these were great. And now we've fallen.
Oh, so they by long no see. You know what I'm saying?
See, now that was racist.
How was that racist?
What do you mean? How was that racist? Fred, you did the voice.
Wait, where it may have came from. Like if back in the day, a Chinese man hadn't seen you for a while, he long time no see. You know what I'm saying? He may say that way, and that's why.
Look, whoop, letting you pull your own rope on this one, buddy. That's probably racist too. Jesus Christ!
Let me break the ice here. There we go.
Thank you. All right, last one, and this is one you will not have known, Fred. I guarantee you. Hip hip hooray! That shit is racist. Would you like to guess who that's racist against?
The Irish
Jewish people.
Oh, the Jewish.
Hip hip hooray was developed from the German hep hep, which was a harmless call shepherds would use when herding their sheep. But during the Holocaust, German citizens started using it as a rallying cry when they would hunt down and kill Jews. So the phrase has anti-Semitic undertones that go back as far as 1819 with the hip hip riots in the time of Jewish emancipation and
So, in other words,
throw back a couple of Jews.
Naughty by Nature was racist.
No, they said hip hop parade.
Hop parade. Okay.
No, they're fine. They're fine. Don't worry about them.
They're cool.
All right.
That was a good song.
If you're still here, happy June 19th, everybody. Don't say a goddamn thing.
June 19th? Don't say nothing.
Don't say a goddamn thing for the rest of the day. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some more. Probably not as much racist chat. Hopefully. A little less than normal.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Freddie, wake up! Wake up! It's Monday morning. It's Monday morning. You gotta listen to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
Oh, yeah. Where's my phone? Give me my computer. Where's my laptop?
Yeah, look it up.
Hold on. BlackPLCpodcast.com. Here it goes. All right.
Don't be a failure like Freddie. Type in blcpodcast.com every time you get on the internet. It's the only place. It's a website. You can collect podcasts. blcpodcast.com.
Selling secrets.
Welcome back. I was listening to what you said. Welcome back to the 97th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective. Thanks for listening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for you.
For you and your
For you.
Yeah, for you guys.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Big D's Barbecue Trough. I will not eat at a place. I'm sorry, Big D's. I passed you on the way back from my Myrtle Beach vacation, which is a real thing. And I just can't eat at a barbecue trough. I don't like the idea of eating at a trough, Fred.
It really says a trough?
It's Big D's Barbecue Trough.
Oh, no, man.
And and I'm like, oh, see that is fattest.
You just that's what I'm thinking. Like
that makes me feel like
pig's gonna eat there.
Right. That's like what. Remember when we went to Vegas and we could have gone to the Heart Attack Grill?
Yeah.
You know the Heart Attack Grill is if you're like over 350 pounds, you get to eat for free.
Right.
Like that's kind of how I felt about. Like I don't want to go to that because there's no winning.
No.
The game. Like you don't win.
Can't be that good.
Either pay for your food or they're like, hey, fatty, you're going to die here. I feel like it's the same thing with this. They're like, come on in and literally eat a trough full of food.
Kill yourself for a free meal.
Right. Enjoy. And then like we'll put people in fucking nurse outfits.
If you die at the table, we just roll you down the stairs.
Yeah. Right. Roll you into the trough, into Big D's barbecue trough.
Yeah, you're the part of the mix.
Yeah. We'll grind you up.
Part of the mix.
It's gonna be great. So yes, Big D's Barbecue Trough. Probably not gonna be a sponsor of the show anymore after that. But that's okay.
And then it's called Big D's. So I'm thinking it's Big Dick's Barbecue.
Right. And see, I didn't know that. I don't know. It was just Big D's. And I feel like
Big D's. Why do you call you Big D's?
So my son brought this up. So again, I tell you about this vacation we went on. My son is like 11 and like we're riding around Myrtle Beach because one of the things when you go on vacation with a lot of people, sometimes you just got to get out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be like, I'm just going for a drive and see what's around.
Yeah.
I just don't want to spend all my time in this space. Not like you're not mad at anybody or anything like that. But the whole fucking point is to go somewhere. Right. I didn't go there just to sit like I would sit at home.
Right. You could have stayed.
So like we're driving around we're driving around the Myrtle Beach area. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. Tourist destination around the world, apparently. Apparently, people love this fucking place.
In the Southeast.
Sure.
It is.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so centralized to everybody else.
Yeah.
That, everybody can merge on that. Because that's what my in-laws are from Pennsylvania. And if they want to go to the beach, that's the beach they're going to,
Sure.
And they can easily go to Virginia. They go to Virginia Beach. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Even closer.
Yeah,
a little bit closer, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got
people love. I have people from all over the world, like that I've talked to. That when I told them in South Carolina or whatever, they're like, "Oh, Myrtle Beach," and I'm like, okay." And like if that's how you want it to go,
is so much better, and it's right now.
Oh yeah, but see now Edison's gotten all crazy too. So like, you can't. Well, crazy compared to how it used to be. Right. You know what I mean? But that's not the point, friend. Yeah, so we're driving around
when we went.
Do what?
We didn't help Edison when we went.
No, we didn't. So we're driving around, and everyone has their like fancy or like, oh, we're gonna be like risque named business, right? Like Dick's Last Resort, and there was like, and every one of them now in Myrtle Beach has a name like this. So we're like driving around, and he's like, Dad, what's that one called? Like, why is that one called Suck, Blow, and Spit or whatever? Like, suck it, blow it, spit it. And I'm like, I don't know what that is in reference to, son. Like, and then he's like, well, why is this one called like Captain whatever's? I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here?
Tits.
Like Big Titties, and like Big Titties Express. And I'm like, oh, well, that's an eyeglass place, son.
What's called
Seafood Emporium.
One to come.
Wanda Come Seafood Emporium.
Yeah.
So no, but there was
one
one that
it was
like
Big Johnson was big over there.
Right. But there was one right by us called Jack Axe, and it was like an axe throwing place. And he was because his name is Jack. And so he was like, Dad, can we go to Jack Axe? And I'm like, okay, listen, guys. Like, I had to explain this because once one of them heard it, the other ones like globbed onto it, and they realized like as he could find more places. We were on Dick Pond Road is where we stayed. So again,
it's fucking pervert all around.
It just went to everything. Yeah. That's grooming our kids, Fred. I'm not worried about drag queens. I'm worried about southern fucking streets in Myrtle Beach and restaurants. Yeah. So he's like, Dad, what road are we on? He kept asking me, and I'm like, dude, you know where we're at. And he's like,
what road we're on.
Like,
I know. I want you to say it.
Yeah, he's like, are we? No, he'd be like, are we like? He'd get close to me because he knows if his mom here is it Dick Pond Road? Yes, son, it's Dick Pond Road.
I laugh. I couldn't.
I was cracking up.
I wouldn't be able to hold it back.
No, it was funny, and my wife was getting all mad at me, like, tell him to quit, because my in the background, I'd hear the 4 and 6 year old like Dick Pond. Like they don't even know what it means. They don't care.
Egging him on too. I'd be like, Jack, what's the address to the hotel?
Yeah, I'm like, where are we going? Could you please bring that out? Oh, 6969 Dick Pond Road. And we're going to suck it, eat it, blow it, or whatever it's fucking called. Yeah. There were so many of them, man. But the one that he globbed onto the most, because again, when you're going to the beach, there's just hundreds of what do you call billboards for just random shit from here all the way to the beach.
Right.
And so like 50 miles out of Myrtle Beach, there's a sign for a gift shop. And it's just one sign. There are thousands of other signs.
Right.
And where you see them over and over and over. It's just this one, Fred. And of course, that's the one time he looked up from my fucking phone to read what's going on. And it's the Gay Dolphin gift shop, right? And so he's like, Dad, what's the Gay Dolphin? And I'm like, well, son, that's when two men, happy Pride Month, everybody. And then I would fade off to obscurity. No, but I'm like, dude, that's like that's one of the oldest gift shops in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Like I remember going in high school and going even before that and being like, Gay Dolphin.
Yeah.
So funny.
So funny. Yeah. I got the Gay Dolphin.
I bought this shirt when I saw it. It says, I got lost in the Gay Dolphin. How am I not going to like wear that? So we did go. I promised him. I was like, dude, we'll go to the Gay Dolphin.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. So we're driving down there and he's like, so Dad, where is the Gay Dolphin? I'm like, well, son, it's right off Dick Pond Road. You just have to turn down Vagina Avenue and Intercourse Way, and then you're at the Gay Dolphin.
The cross section of
Taint Guzzling Road Boulevard.
Across the Taint Bridge.
Yeah, right. You have to take the narrow Vagina Pass. And you'll be right there in Dick City, USA. So we went to the Gay Dolphin. The Gay Dolphin is the greatest and worst place on earth.
Yeah.
Like, it's humongous. Have you ever been there?
No, I don't think I have.
It's
I've seen
4 stories of gift shop.
Man.
And everyone is packed to the brim.
Yes,
there was Viking horns. There's Elvis statues. There's a fucking Bigfoot that was 8 feet tall.
Oh my God.
And that was just on one level. Yeah. So my son, I'm like, dude, check this out. Because, it's one of those places you go, it's a tourist, like, just go check it out.
Right.
As much as, and like, buy a little something.
Because you're going to buy something.
Right, buy a little bit. It was packed.
Yeah. You're not
And,
gonna
like,
buy an 8-foot Bigfoot, but
yeah, he got super pissed at me because I'm like, dude, come over here and check out these Viking helmets. And he's like, why? You're not going to buy me one. And I'm like, did you expect that I would buy you a fucking Viking helmet in Myrtle Beach? Is that, how did that get into your head that that's what we were going to do here at the Gay Dolphin? Like, oh, we go to the Gay Dolphin for their Viking helmets every year.
The top quality Viking
The
helmet.
only place I get my Viking fucking helmets and Sasquatch statues is the Gay Dolphin, son.
69 Dick Pop Roadburn Beach,
right.
South Carolina.
Come to the USA. So, inner and rear.
Yeah.
And the 96 entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like get butt to butt in Myrtle Beach.
But
96. So, but no, so we went and it was just crazy because it's like jewels, fucking dragon statues, T-shirts, hats,
of course. Yeah.
everything you can think of, everything. Boxes of merchandise that if you are looking for something, there's like go through the box. Like one person, it wasn't me, thank God, asked like they're like, do you have this frame, this photo frame, but with like this name on it? And they're like, see that stack of boxes that's in the middle of the aisle? I swear to God. And they were super nice about it. Like this is just normal. They weren't. It wasn't like people who were mad to do like weren't doing their job.
Yeah.
They're just like, see that box? Like no, not that stack of boxes. The one behind it. Look in there, and it might be in there. And I'm like, man, they are turning product.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, dude. So we did that. Yeah, dude, it was crazy, but it was fun. We got got a little thing here or there. My wife got something that's like, I love the Gay Dolphin.
Yeah, like I said, you're gonna buy something,
right?
You're not gonna walk in that place and come out empty-handed.
No, you're right about that. But one thing I will say that freaked me the hell out, Fred, is, and again, we're old now, all right?
Right, yeah.
But like the resurgence of like the Mark McGuire haircut and look.
Oh yeah,
it's real. Like the mullet.
The mullet, yeah.
With the wraparound, like mirrored sunglasses.
Yeah.
I saw, and like sleeveless shirts.
That's crazy.
I saw
how that shit comes
so
back
many kids with that shit.
It's crazy how that shit comes back
so
around.
Badass though.
That's
like
just
I hate it
when we were teenagers and bell bottoms came back around.
Right.
You know
right. The 70s kind of made that little like hit.
In the 90s, it came back in the 90s.
Like it's pissing me off because I'm like, dude, that look is awesome.
No, I tell you, motherfuckers are time travelers.
You think every 17-year-old kid at Myrtle Beach is a time traveler? They're all baby Mark McGuires.
Yeah. Well, blend right in. They forgot they were supposed to jump to 95.
Right. 2023. What could be the difference between 1995 and 2023?
They missed the mark.
Well, no, it cracked me up because where we were staying was like all golf carts. Like everybody had a golf cart that they would decorate. Yeah. You have to decorate it. Like that's part of the
one thing I do love about the beach. You just ride around on the golf cart.
I'll be honest with you. That might have been the coolest part is they had like a golf cart parade at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Where you just like ride your golf cart. And so I was telling my kid, I was like, son, because he's like 11. He's starting to get to the age where I think, things are starting to kind of, where girls are going to probably soon are going to become a thing. And I was like, dude, let me just tell you this. So when you get to be about like 13 or 14, you start kind of getting into girls. Boy, this is heaven on earth.
Yeah, get you some beach pussy.
I was like, this is heaven on earth, son. And he's like, why? And I'm like, every girl that you see is in like a bikini.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, trust me, dude. Like, you just wait. In a couple of years, when you're starting to get into girls, we'll come back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never.
That was nothing better than that, like,
dude.
Beach. Summer
the beach was a magical place.
I'm saying it was, man.
When we were that age, the beach was a fucking magical place. And I feel like it still is for kids.
Right. Yeah.
Like, dude, we went and saw pirates and shit. We went and saw the Pirate Stampede or whatever it was. Not Pirate Stampede, but it was like Dolly Parton's Pirate Voyage.
Yeah.
That shit was impressive. It was expensive as hell, but it was impressive. Just so you guys know, listeners, I've taken all of our Patreon money. And I almost got enough for one iota of a ticket to Pirates of the fucking whatever. Pirates of Myrtle
You couldn't
Beach.
even pay for parking.
No, I couldn't pay. I couldn't have even paid the fucking fees on that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, parking is free, and I still got charged. It wasn't free anywhere. We got charged everywhere. No, it was one of those things. It's Myrtle Beach, man. Some guy could just stand in the parking lot and be like $5, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, "What a deal!"
Give him the $5, he just runs off.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh shit, gotta go."
Jump to the bushes.
But no, man, it was awesome. We had a great time. It was, you know, like I said, it was definitely well worth the prices. Even though, like I said, tickets were expensive, but it was a good show. The kids were into it. Food was fine. You know, it was good enough. I love that.
And they give you more too. Like if you eat what they give you, they bring you a little more on the edge. They didn't do that.
Nope, not anymore, baby. Inflation, baby.
We did that. Like,
did you do the pirate one?
No, we didn't do the pirate one. We did
in medieval times.
They would bring you more.
Oh, the Hatfields and McCoys
half
one?
of McCoys, yeah. We did that one.
I always wanted to do that one too, even though I feel like
that was funny.
Yeah.
It was a little funny, a little dance.
No, but this one was real serious. We saw, so like, it's all these acrobats and shit, right? And there's like water set, and it's all pirate shit. And they're like, "Yar, beware of Davy Jones' locker. Arr, Davy Jones, the ghost of Davy Jones be coming for ye." Except I do the voice better. But that's, I also feel like, as Jack was like, because the whole time, like, it allowed me to become like a pirate voice. So every time they yo ho, and they'd be like, I'm like, "Arr, arr," you know, hey. And my kids are like into it, you know, like they're starting to scream it too. You know, but Jack's like, afterwards, he's like, "You did a better pirate voice than Blackbeard." And I'm like, "Yeah, but dude, if I had to do that 3 times a day, every day, there's no way I would have even the enthusiasm that he showed."
Right.
Or, I guess, like, fucking flying shit, dude. Don't forget our sponsor, the Gay Dolphin. But so it's like, great show, acrobats everywhere, fucking people doing flips and shit into the water. Water turns on fire at one point. And like, but they have, like, at one point they have Davy Jones pops up on screen, right? Or pops up in the game in the fucking thing, and when he does, it's like a doll. Like, it was like they got it from the fucking
animatronic.
They got it from the Gay Dolphin.
It really was. It was like, had arms like this, and like they were real long, and so it's like, "I am Davy Jones," and like it was just a fake, like fucking. Oh, my wife was like. She was like, I was into it, and then totally took me out. I'm like, oh, that took you out of the experience. You didn't think it was real pirates anymore when you saw that. But it was awesome otherwise. Even the kids were like, my son was like, "Hey, that looked like dollar store Davy Jones." And I'm like, got him. Got him. And he's like, "Now tell me what road we're about to go into." Was all it was. But yeah, dude, ticket prices are crazy about this.
Dick Pond Road is a long road too.
Dick Pond, yeah, dude.
It's a long road.
It's very straight. There are a few bends.
It's got a bend in it.
Yeah. Nothing that what is it, Mylantis can't handle. I'll pay a video for that, Fred.
What is it?
Iflex. The one for pepperoni's disease. Had bit carrots all over it. This guy,
he finally saw the commercial.
Yeah, I saw the commercial, and there was like a carrot. It was, they used carrots to represent the penis, and so it was like the carrot was bent, and then they would show the guy standing there with a bunch of regular carrots in his like crotch area, right in front of his crotch, like a bunch of regular carrots and one bent, one straight, face up, to look like his wiener. Like that's grooming our kids, Fred. It's not drag queens, Fred.
Oh my god!
It's road names and fucking carrot commercials. That's what you need to know, Fred. But all in all, like, it's a great vacation. Got to see that. Did not, however, realize, Fred, that if you want to go see the Imagine Dragons in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, tickets are still available.
That's
they're expensive. Would you pay $270 or $207 to see Imagine Dragons, Fred?
No, for one ticket.
One ticket in the general admission, most expensive ticket currently in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Listeners in Milwaukee, it's over $600.
Jeebus.
1,900
$2,000
and $80 for just beside the stage.
Yeah, it seems like rich people are the only ones who are going to be able to go to concerts now.
I don't know. I think people are going in debt.
Dude, people, you got to be going in debt. I have friends of mine that go do stuff, and I'm like, how in the hell can you afford to consistently do that?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't fucking know. Maybe they're on to something. I don't know. Maybe they fucking sell Amway.
I don't know.
Does that still exist? Maybe.
Maybe they got a hustle. Yeah,
Maybe they're running a church
Yeah.
in Spartanburg.
But
Yeah, right. Maybe they're selling weed and naming roads after penises.
Yeah.
And that's what they're amateur rodeologists.
Yeah, that's exactly. I remember when but isn't it's because of Ticketmaster and the feeds and shit. It's
so what Ticketmaster decided to do, this is what they're trying to do, and this is the most fucking ass backward strategy I've ever heard of, and I cannot believe that people are accepting this. Is they realize that if they raise their prices to a certain level, scalping would be eliminated because scalpers couldn't make money at a certain threshold.
That's so fucking.
And so what they did to eliminate scalping, because they were so worried about scalping, they raised their prices to a threshold where they couldn't convincingly make money. Couldn't make enough to make it worth doing.
Right. Yeah.
How fucking stupid is that?
Yeah, they became the scalpers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
They became the thing they feared the most.
Right.
No, they
and for no reason, they still got paid.
They were like, let's do what they do. That's
basically they're like, we can totally do it. Who's going to stop us?
Right. Nobody.
$200 to go see fucking Imagine Dragons.
Is that the only way to buy tickets?
Pretty much.
Like,
you can sometimes buy stuff. So like artists will like sign agreements with Ticketmaster and stuff.
Right.
So they'll say, yeah, you can't, whatever auditorium can't sell, my fucking whatever shit. They can't sell my tickets through there.
Right.
So like Greenville Auditorium can't sell tickets to Taylor Swift or whatever.
That's insane.
Right. And so they'll be like, oh, you can only, and they'll tell you like, just go to Ticketmaster and get them. And you're like, $1 million. And like,
you can't buy them at the box office no more.
Right. Some stuff you can, mostly like sporting events you can.
Right. Yeah. Sporting events you can.
We only have amateur stuff.
Say what?
So we only have amateur level sports in our
right. Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell,
collegiate.
Yeah. But anyway. So yeah, dude, but like you said, people are going to debt over this shit. It's the same thing. There's a new thing I was reading about today that people are returning things at such a fast pace, returning things to stores and online. Yeah. That a bunch of retailers are going to start charging like restock fees and shit like that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. When you order online, you don't know if it's really what you want until you get there, till it gets there.
Right. And how are you going to know people? And it's a scam half the time.
Right.
But according to the national, this comes from our friends at WYFF Channel 4. According to the National Retail Federation, we returned about $816 billion worth of merchandise in 2022. Yeah. And it says 1 in every 5 purchases are being sent back.
It's what, and they saying like some places will be like, fuck it, keep it. You know what I'm saying? We'll send you another one.
Yeah, Amazon.
So
Amit Sharma, the CEO of Narvar, whatever that is, a returns management company, says for every $100 of return merchandise, it costs them about $25. So now they're starting to charge. They're doing final sales more. They're cutting down the number of days you have to return things, and they're charging return fees. But bullshit. Right, here's how they really get you.
How they get
you this? I don't know how they really get you. No, that's where they really get you is with the return fees. So Fred, our friends at Abercrombie, said they will take $7 from every refund.
They're not our friends.
Big Lots is 20% off the price.
They won't.
Oh, okay. 20% of purchase price processing fee, whatever the fuck that means. Eddie Bauer's gonna take $7 off. Foot Locker's gonna take $7 off.
$7 off of what?
Whatever if you buy something for $100, they're gonna be like, all right, we'll give you $93
if you want the money back, if you want the money
back. 8
Yeah.
here. Neiman Marcus is 10.
Jesus Christ.
But that seems like TJ Maxx is $10.99. See, I think people. I've always thought that ladies. See, here's the thing, Fred. We're a guy. We're generally speaking, we're probably a show more geared toward the male audience, right?
Right.
Being that we're dudes for
man,
and that's it's fine. It's cool. It's whatever. There's lots of ladies shows. Maybe we'll try.
That's right, ladies. Stick to your own show.
Yeah, ladies. If you're listening, ladies, thank you. You're more attractive than Lady A is to me.
Sorry about the calm on my tits thing. Bro.
Right, that was all Fred. All Fred. So,
They probably forgot about that, and you just brought
they
it
forgot
back.
about it. Yeah, fine. It's fine. Again, no one's listening. So, no, but all that to say, I'm pretty sure that women have been pulling the scam of like, I'm gonna basically rent
Oh yeah,
this clothing for the night
right.
for years.
Yeah, that way
There's so much more sly than us.
Leave the stick tag on.
Right, or like tape
I
it.
just don't want to have to take it back.
No, guys,
That's
are
my
lazy.
thing.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like my wife's like, "Oh, you bought that coat and it doesn't fit quite right," and I'm like, "Well, I guess I'll have to go on a diet. I'm not taking it back to the store."
That just don't fit no more.
Yep,
Yeah, we just take the loss.
Yep. I'm like, oh well. But then when it's like a TV that breaks after like a week, I'm like, we should take that shit back.
Yeah, I gotta get that shit back.
And she's
Well,
like,
but
no,
a
we
lot of
shouldn't do-"
times, you know, men really don't take shit back. Men exchange it. It's like, hey, I did come to buy a TV. I just didn't get the TV.
That's
I
true. They
wanted.
didn't mention exchanges.
You know, men
Right.
usually exchange stuff. You know,
I think the majority of this is online stuff though, because that like, if I buy something online, unless it's like a decent sized ticket, you know, if it's like $10-15 or whatever,
Yeah,
and it comes in as a piece of shit, I'm like, okay, well,
I just lost
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I'm just not to the level of Karen that I can like complain about that stuff, I guess.
Right.
But I do try to return stuff all the time. So I try to return the power of eternity of this show to Allan many times. Like when it dies.
15% or nothing.
Well, it reminds me, Fred, and actually this is what we should totally do.
Right.
And I have a business scheme. We need to come up with some merchandising ideas by episode 100, first of all.
Okay.
So we got to do that. Because we got to merchandise this show, Fred.
Oh, okay. You want to sell some merch?
Whatever. It doesn't have to even be show
Coffee
related.
mugs,
Just come up with something.
toenail clippers.
Yeah, it's on Patreon. Yeah, toenail clippers.
Rubbers.
Like Collective
Rubbers,
Friends
yeah,
Official.
I like
Yeah.
rubbers.
Yeah, black.
No, I don't like that.
Rubbers.
I like rubbers.
I don't like that's too much risk.
Why?
It's a lot of risk.
It's like our show is no
What if
guarantee it's gonna
what
work.
if we embroider Black Lincoln Collective on every rubber? We guarantee we'll use the smallest needles possible. No, we need to go with some merchandising ideas. But in the meantime, Fred, I thought of an idea that we should do because it's apparently taken off in the world.
Uh-oh.
We got to catch the wave, Fred.
Got to jump on that bandwagon.
We got to start writing audio erotica. Apparently, that's the new trend, Fred. People don't want to read their smut anymore.
They don't
They want
want
to
to
listen to it like a podcast. Yeah,
Oh,
we should have
really?
the Black Lincoln Collective audio erotica podcast.
Yeah, we can get Parker to do it.
Yeah.
As he pulled down her panties.
She removed her shirt thusly. And from there, I said, those are boobs.
Boobs.
And then I came into her.
Golly, lady, you sure do got some big old milkers.
You know, them some titties right there. If I ever done seen them.
Them titties.
Myrtle Beach rubbed off on me in more ways than one, man.
Boobies.
We should totally do that.
Auto erotica.
Audio erotica.
Audio erotica.
Yeah, auto erotica is sexy cars.
Yeah.
Is it?
How would I fucking know that, Fred? I'm assuming
I don't fucking know. You said it.
auto is like a vehicle, right?
Or
I think
automatic.
Auto.
Yeah, but it's
is,
not automatic erotica. That's not
auto-
automatic.
Could be
erotica.
automatic erotica.
I can't Google this. I can't keep Googling this shit for you guys. This is what I'm going to tell you. All right. One last time.
Something happens to Parker and they look through his search history.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. Auto erotica. Oh, that's a different thing. Okay, that's gross.
Autoerotic.
But that is a thing as
Fixation.
well. Oh, it's a. No.
Autoerotic fixation or something like that.
It's.
It's cars making it.
Yes, autoerotic asphyxiation. Yes, that's where one pleasures them,
get choked out.
him or herself, or their selves.
Oh,
Not necessarily choking
Oh, yeah,
themselves,
yeah.
but
Didn't
being
somebody
in.
die
That's
doing
when you-
that?
that's when you
Somebody
hang
famous?
yourself.
Sure. Oh, people die doing that shit all the time.
Somebody
that's when you
famous
hang
died doing
yourself,
that.
and jerk
Who
off.
was it? It was the guy from Kung Fu, David Carradine, I think.
Maybe Karen.
Yeah, I think it was David Carradine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he died doing that.
Died
spell-
jerking off with a belt around his neck.
Yeah.
That is not how you spell it. Asphyxiation. Okay. The top 10 people, I did not think it was going to go to this. Fucking weird episode. Who have died. This is way more. Fred, one thing I will say about us, and I don't know what you get into when Allan turns off the fucking show, but I don't, and maybe it is, I don't feel like it's this.
No.
So we got that going for us. If there's anything else. So the top 10 people, famous people who died from autoerotic asphyxiation, which, in case you don't know what that is, kids at home who shouldn't be listening to this, probably my son, that is the intentional restriction of oxygen to the brain for sexual arousal. Thank you. We'll start with number 10. Oh, we'll get a bonus. Number 11.
Uh-oh.
All right, Michael Loudon. Do you know who Michael Loudon is?
That's the guy from NXS.
He was an American actor best known for his roles on daytime dramas like As the World Turns. He was found hanging wearing women's lingerie and a red wig as a trends-like character named Tamiya.
Dude, what a way to die and then to get caught.
Well, I mean, you're not getting caught at that point. You're done.
Yeah, they find you like
that's.
Okay, how about this is a weird one. Peter Anthony Mathieu. Born Pierre Antoine Mathieu.
Oh.
He was an English author, and from 1692 to 1694, the publisher of the Gentleman's Journal, the first English magazine.
So he was doing that in the 1600s?
It says, yes, this practice dates back to the 17th century, maybe even earlier.
Oh, my God.
All right, now we're going to get into people that you might know a little bit more. Kevin Gilbert. He was a musician known for dating Sheryl Crow, and he hung himself with a black hood on his face, and his head was slumped against a leather strap chained to the headboard of the king-size bed in the sparsely furnished living room. Why is your bed in your living room? That's the whole fuck. That's your problem right there. Is you got beds in the wrong places, people. Don't put your bed near a place you can hang yourself.
What happened to just jacking it?
Yeah, right. I'm too busy to be doing all this other
That's too much work for 10 seconds.
Right. That's my thing, dude. Like, come on. Okay, you don't know who that is. Do you know who Vaughn Bodie is?
Vaughn Bodie.
He was a comic book artist, commonly known for his strange comic character, Cheech Wizard.
No.
In 1975, a friend broke down his door and found him laying on his back with his feet in the closet. He wore a leather mask with a slit for each eye and one for his mouth. He had garroted himself to death for pleasure. Now I have to know what
is
garroted mean.
Yeah, what is garroted?
This never ends, Fred.
Let's call a rabbit hole, man.
Garroted. I am garroted. Killed by strangled himself. Typically with an iron collar or a length of wire or cord.
Damn.
So there you go. Reverend Gary Altridge.
Oh.
A quote unquote responsible, wholesome, and conservative pastor was found dead in 2007. There's a dildo in the anus covered with a condom. There are numerous straps and cord restraining the descendant. There is a leather belt around the midriff and plastic cords also tied about the hands and feet with a single plastic cord extending up the head and surrounding the lower neck. How do you fucking set that shit up?
Yeah.
I can't get 7 seconds to poop.
Dude, why would you put a rubber on a dildo? You know, come on.
Well, I would assume that's so that it doesn't.
You don't get the rubber burns. I don't know.
All right, we're skipping number 5 because no one knows who František Kozara is.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, we all know this. What about Stephen Milligan? He was a conservative MP, right wing. In 1997, he was found dead by his secretary, dressed in stockings and a suspender belt with plastic bag around his head and electrical cord around his neck.
Poor secretary,
man.
Jesus,
That's
man.
too much, man. Because like something go wrong, you can't.
And here's the top 2. That's sad. David Carradine, man.
Yeah.
He died in June 3rd, 2009. He was 72.
He killed Bill.
72 doing that, man.
He was naked and hanging by a rope in the room's closet, giving rise to speculation the death was a suicide. However, Revelations from two of his former wives said that David's self-interest, including self-bondage, led people to conclude that his death was a result of accidental asphyxiation.
Oh, man.
And they said that it was supported by 2 autopsies. So, and then number 1 was Michael Hutchins.
Walt Disney.
Michael Kellen John Hutchins, too many names, was an Australian musician and actor. He was a founding member, lead singer. Oh, okay. I thought I didn't know that. He was the founding member and lead singer and lyricist of the rock band INXS.
Yeah, okay. That's
from 1977 until he died in 97. He was 38, and he was in it. Oh my God, man!
What did they sing?
INXS. They said, "Tie me up, baby." Their number 1 song is "Tie Me Up." Poke my fucking dick.
That's crazy.
Never Tear Us Apart. Need You Tonight, Mystify. I don't know.
Need You Tonight.
Devil Inside. That song's like,
yeah, I remember. Okay, Devil Inside. Yeah,
fucking song sucks and fucking died.
Devil Inside.
Devil
Inside. Whoa.
So he was. How is Allan not picking up this fucking cue that we're throwing it down, Fred? By the way,
no,
he was 38.
No, B ain't gonna show up for this.
We said "Devil Inside" like 16 times.
Now, if B shows
he was
up
in
with
a
this,
kneeling position facing the door,
we'll get banned.
Yeah.
He's got too much material for this.
He had used his own snakeskin belt to tie a knot on the automatic door closure at the top of the door, and had strained his head forward into the loop so hard the buckle had broken. So
get it off his neck.
Pretty much. That's crazy, man. That is a great way to end. Happy Pride Month, everybody. That has nothing to do. None of those people were gay, and if they were, that's okay. That's not what's weird about them. People were gay. That shit is gross. Specific.
That is crazy, man.
So, happy 97th episode. Tune in next week for God knows where next week's headed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 2 weeks in a row that we have inadequately prepared or have prepared but have not talked about it with each other, so we have no idea where this shit's going anymore. Hey. Train's off the rails. That is not a racist term. We're off the reservation.
It's trains.
Hey, I heard you guys are talking about me.
Nope.
Me being inside?
You missed your time. You missed your NXS time.
Yeah.
You know the guy from NXS?
Hey, Freddie. Are the anal beads working for you?
Hey, guess where I sent my kids today? Bible school. I sent them to Bible school.
Oh, you don't like that. Oh, you sound like a kitty cat.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and leave because we're going to get in trouble.
All right, good night, everybody. Say good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Merry Christmas from my family.
Happy Juneteenth. Fred, if I bought a $101 digital mask, could we use some from the show? This looks crazy. It's like a fucking predator or something. End the show. Devil. It's cool.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hip. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.